everyone, College Lefty, and in this video I have for you guys a friendly game against Zoe Gaming, Zobliterator, who is an amazing player. He might be the best player in the world in this game. In my opinion, he's the toughest opponent I have gone up against. If you take a look at his stats right here, he is 79-11 with a 3.24 average, a 2.58 ERA, and if you compare his record to a lot of these other top players at the top of this list, this is indeed the lifetime rankings. He's ranked 13th. If you compare him to these top players, he has a better win percentage than a lot of them, and if you double his record, then he has a much better record than a lot of them as well. So definitely a good opponent. I just wanted to show you guys in comparison my record and my stats to him. I'm not hitting at the same average as him. I have around the same ERA. He is slugging at a much higher percentage, but he has also played a lot more games than I have on Legend difficulty. He played World Series into the 1,000 rating. I have not quite done that yet. Zoe is also a top 5 Battle Royale player in the world. He's gone 12-0 about 20 times. There I got the history of Topps Ritual Diamond Reward as a daily login reward, so that's awesome to see. I was able to sell that card for 8,000 stubs and build my stubs up that way. In this game, we are going to be facing the 98 overall Bert Blyleven, and we do have Madison Bumgarner on the mound. I'm looking forward to using this Madison Bumgarner against a really good player like Zoe. I haven't necessarily tried him out against a top-level player like this on Legend difficulty, as Ichiro does flare one to third base. I thought that ball was going to get down for a base hit, but unfortunate. His third baseman does make the play there. Now we're facing this. Bert Blyleven has amazing breaking pitches. His primary curveball has a much sharper break and is thrown much harder than the slower 12-6 breaking ball. And then his fastball right there, that just kind of explodes out of the hand, 97 miles an hour. Definitely tough to pick up, especially on Legend. This is my first game playing on Legend this month. I hadn't really played any World Series matchups, if that makes sense. I wanted to play this game against Zoe because I do like playing the best players in this game. I mean, I got nothing to lose. I am open up for the challenge, and I figured I would try to help out Zoe. I mean, by posting this video, hopefully you guys will follow his channel as well. It's kind of a collab, and he was playing this live during his stream as well. So if you guys saw that, then you already are following him. Maybe you are following me now because of that game. It just helps out both of us. So anyway, in the first inning, I wasn't able to get anything going, but I did have a chance to kind of score a run there as I did hit a double with Vlad. I recently picked that Vlad up once again, but Zoe is an amazing hitter at this game. He's going to hit anything that you throw over the middle of the plate. There with Kenny Lofton, I missed my spot a little bit. I missed over the middle of the plate. He swings and hits it for a base knock. Luckily, he did miss that one. That one was kind of over the middle of the plate as well on a changeup. But he's definitely barreling up the ball. Vlad in left field, unable to make that one. I tried to get behind that ball specifically. Tried to take a route to get behind it, make the play coming in towards third base. But I did get a weird animation probably because of that route. If I just would have coasted to the left, made the play. This was a post-patch game, so chances of my guy missing the ball is a little bit less than before the patch. I definitely noticed that fielding is much better after this patch. I don't know about you guys, but I was able to pitch a little bit better, and I noticed that fielding was a little bit easier to make routine plays, if that makes sense. But here I have Francisco Lindor up at the plate, start this inning off with a walk. That pitch was in the dirt. I was able to take it. And so far with these Legend pitch speeds and the variation of pitch speeds coming in from this Bert Blyleven, I felt lost at the plate. It was extremely tough for me to get anything going. I mean, I only had one hit in this one. There I'm hitting into a double play with Jose Ramirez. I felt like I was on some of the pitches. Like I made decent contact with the base hit I did have from Vlad. I had a chance to score a run, but I just felt lost. I mean, it felt like it was tough to time up these curveballs, fastballs, changeups. I mean, Zoe just had me at the plate. He was making me look silly at times. It was just tough. But we're still early on in this game. One thing that I do have to avoid is giving up a large lead to Zoe early in the game, because then it's going to be extremely tough to come back. I mean, he's one of the better pitchers in this game. One of the tougher pitchers that I've faced playing this game. I've faced him using a different pitcher each time, but I guess the way my at-bats were going, the way he attacks each hitter is extremely challenging. He knows what he's doing when it comes to pitch sequence and I guess using certain pitches in certain areas in in certain situations. I mean, with guys on base, he's going to try to expand the zone more. With certain guys, he's going to try to attack the zone. I'm just trying to figure out his tendencies, figure out what he's doing. It makes it extremely tough to do against a top player anytime. And I've played Zoe a few times in this game. I have yet to beat him in years past. I've come close a little bit. I was able to tie him in a shortened game in MLB The Show 18. But in this year's game, the first time I played him, I lost 8-2. There I was able to throw his runner out there, Kenny Lofton trying to steal second. Pablo Sanchez throws him out. And then the very next batter, I walked Willie Mays. After throwing out Kenny Lofton trying to steal second, I figured I had 2 outs in the inning. I didn't want Willie Mays to be the guy to hit a home run and beat me. Figured I'd put him on base, even though he does have the ability to steal second as well and kind of get in scoring position. I would rather go after Wade Boggs in this situation, and I was able to get the out there as I got behind that one with Kenny Lofton. No weird animation. He was able to make the play. I did notice that in the patch notes that diamond fielders will have a much better time fielding the baseball out in the outfield or even in the infield on routine plays. But there Vlad's sending another extra base hit into the gap, into the right center field gap. That's going to be his second extra base hit of this game. And that Vlad's been extremely effective for me in the 2 spot. There I was able to send one up the middle with Kenny Lofton. I'm not going to risk it there. I'm not going to go home with Vlad because there's nobody out in the inning. I have Frank Thomas coming up to the plate. He throws a wild pitch. I tried to send Kenny Lofton in that situation. I was pressing with my left analog stick. I was pressing to the right, and I was pressing triangle to only advance Kenny to second. He wasn't going, though. He just, for whatever reason, kind of froze up. He wasn't going. And now I'm just trying to look to put the ball in play, avoid a double play situation, but try and get this run. I was able to steal second on a good pitch. I was looking for an off-speed pitch in that specific count, 2-2 count. He went with the changeup, it might have been a changeup, low and away. Frank Thomas, the next pitch, flares one into right field. I'm unable to do the job. It was an unproductive out. He went with the fastball up and inside, which was a very good pitch. Ended up striking out Pablo Sanchez, the next batter, and then striking out Lindor as well. So I was unable to capitalize on that situation, and that's exactly what a good player is going to do. They're going to make those good pitches with guys on base, and they're going to try to minimize and allow you to only get 1 run because they feel like they can get a run at any time in the game. That's just the way it goes. And this hit right here with Pudge Rodriguez was just an excellent piece of hitting. There's not really much I can do there. I made a good pitch, low and inside. He made a good swing on it with great timing, pulled it into left field for a base knock, and then Kenny Lofton's going to send one into the gap. Ichiro had a bad route on that one. I misplayed it there. It goes all the way to the wall, and he's going to be able to score a run. Possibly could have had a second run there with Pudge. He did hold his runners up, though, because he did have second and third with 1 out. I was going to walk Willie Mays once again. I just wasn't going to pitch to him in that situation. I'd rather go attack Wade Boggs, although he was able to get a sac fly. Vladimir Guerrero had a nice play at the plate, trying to throw the runner out, but he was unable to make the play. Now we got Frank Thomas up, and luckily I was able to make that play there with the pitcher. I thought for a second that he had a chance to beat that one out with 49 speed, but nonetheless, down 2 runs. I had a chance in this one to cut the lead in half, make it a 2-1 game, but I grounded out with Frank Thomas right there. It was a great pitch on the outer half of the plate. I just missed it, and now we're facing Rogers Hornsby. Mad Bum definitely pitched a great game in this one. Didn't really get any help there from Frank Thomas on that defensive play there. He missed that one completely. But I did really like to see Mad Bum pitching a lot better for me. I was struggling a little bit with him on the easier difficulties like All-Star and Hall of Fame. I wanted to try him up against one of the better players, the best player I know in this game on the hardest difficulty against all these signature series cards. I really wanted to test him out, but I wasn't able to get out of the 6th inning with him. I had to take him out and go to Blake Trinan, and then I drilled Mookie Betts there on a decent count. I think it was a 1-1 count, but I wasn't trying to hit him, obviously. Load up the bases, and that was a good spot right there with that cutter low and inside to Pudge. Figured I would kind of play this at bat through because it's kind of an important at bat. I mean, if Zoe hits a home run here, this is going to be a GG, breaks the game open. It would be 6-0. It's going to be extremely tough for me to come back, even if he scores a few runs right here. But I'm just trying to get the strikeout. I have Blake Trinan in the game still. I mean, he's a little bit wild, just trying to get any out I can. I'm going with the sinker, and I threw that one over the middle because I wasn't trying to miss inside and walk in a run. So I threw that one inside, and he was still able to, it was like middle in, he was still able to hit it into the outfield for a base knock. Luckily, I was getting a double play facing Mike Trout, so I was able to minimize a little bit. He only scored 2 runs there, makes it a 4-0 game, but he did have a chance to score a 5th run. I got Kenny Lofton to pop up to the third baseman. But right there, I mean, it just makes it a lot tougher to come back in this game. It was a 2-run lead. Now it's doubled to a 4-run lead with only 3 innings left in this game. I mean, I only have 3 more chances to hit. I'm facing his bullpen now at this point, who is absolutely stacked. I mean, he has all the collections done. He does go to the gold Johnny Venters, and this card is extremely effective. It is really tough to hit if you're able to locate with him, because that's his only downside, is his control. He has amazing home runs per 9, amazing hits per 9, and he has a great pitch repertoire. He's got the slurve, which I think is a really good pitch. That's what he threw right there. I barreled it up, but I hit it right to left field. That's going to be a line drive out to left field. He makes the play, and that was a hanging slurve. I also went to the Johnny Venters because I figured he's the best guy I could go to facing Zoe. I would also like to use the Bruce Sutter to try him out against Zoe. And now we have Frank Thomas up at the plate with 2 outs. I still have this Johnny Venters in the game, just trying to use him as much as possible. Even though this was a friendly game, I still want to try and get as many outs from some of these relievers that I am going to go to, just because I know if confidence gets too far down on some of these pitches or specific pitchers, then this game's going to get out of hand. It can get out of hand quickly. I mean, the last game I played against Zoe was about 8-2 loss, and once something happened, he was able to string together a few base hits, and I mean, so I had some bad luck in that game with some errors, and this game played a little bit more effectively for both players. We both had some miscues on defense, but for the most part, it was a fair game. We didn't take advantage of those things. There I missed that slurve right over the middle of the plate with Vlad. That was a pitch I needed to do some damage after hitting that double the opposite field with Ichiro. I kind of had something cooking here. I had a chance to get those 2 runs back that Zoe scored a few innings ago, and that was the pitch to do it right there, the fastball over the middle of the plate. It was right down the middle, and I missed it. I was a little bit late on it, and the very next pitch, same type of thing, just flared it into left field. Once again, I think I was a little bit late on that one. It might have been a better swing timing, but it was more off the handle. I needed to pull that pitch, and now we do have the Bruce Sutter in the game. In the bottom of the 8th inning with 2 outs, I'm looking to keep the deficit where it is and try to make a comeback. It's going to be tough to make a 3-run comeback in 1 inning against a player like this with the bullpen that he has. But Mookie Betts has been going off for Zoe. I was watching his stream. He had one heck of a stream with that Mookie Betts in this particular day. And there he hit a double. There Frank Thomas is responding with the double of his own. So at least I have something cooking in this 9th inning. Got something going. Zoe makes a throwing error there. I'm not going to take the extra base. Even if he didn't mean to do that, even if he was messing around, I'm not going to take the extra base. I'm not even going to try to, because if I get thrown out, then I'm just running myself out of an inning. I need a few base runners and a few runs. So I did go ahead and pinch hit. I don't even know who I took out. I think I took out Jose Ramirez just because I was struggling to hit him a little bit. I figured I'd go with this Tony Gwynn card because he does have really good contact. I was hitting a lot better with this guy, and I needed to just bloop a base hit and get the tying run up to the plate or something, but was unable to get the job done. Zoe's an amazing player. His channel will be pinned in the comment section down below, but thank you guys so much for watching. I'm College Lefty, and until next time, guys, peace out.